Hey Frugal Force, this is Captain Frugal reporting for duty. You know, recently I watched a video, a great video from Gaming Off the Grid, about how they're reselling and flipping items to get things. And if you know my channel, and you know me, Captain Frugal, you know one of the things I do is I flip as well. My collection of games and things has been purchased through flipping. It'd be too expensive otherwise to amass this kind of a collection, which you don't really see here. That I have a lot. Like, for example, I have 5 Wiis right now. Well, anyway, they have some great tips and things. Definitely check out their channel. Retro Rick as well. Great tips. I picked up some great tips from Retro Rick recently too myself. And I've been doing this for years. But one of the things I found that people don't mention is the shipping. And recently on Gaming Off the Grid, they showed what their prices that they were selling for things for online, doing great on eBay. But then they went to shipping and how much it cost them to ship. It just made me go, oh my gosh, the shipping was astronomically high. So this video today, I just want to briefly talk about a couple ways to lower your shipping costs that could help save you money. So, the first one I want to say is consider shipping at a lower rate of speed. Slower shipping. Usually, if we slow the shipping down, the priority, it's going to reduce costs significantly. Most people won't mind waiting a little while to decrease prices. So if you're selling on eBay and things like that, definitely, when you put your options, give them the option to choose what they want and then serve them, sure. Then make sure they're paying for it if that's the case. So select it so they're paying for the shipping so that you're not. That way, if they want to pay that extra cost, that's on them. But otherwise, if it's other situations like maybe you sold it online through another way or whatever, another avenue, which I do on occasion, you select, and selecting slower shipping will save you money. Now, here's a big one that nobody ever here mentions, and that's be innovative with your packaging. You know, I send off a lot of smaller items too, like games and things, and it can be hard. And this actually has got 2 points to it. You know, you can customize your own box size. Just take a box that's maybe a little bit close to what you're looking for, or even a big one. Use a razor blade knife, be careful, and cut the box to the size you need. Refold it and tape it up. It's perfectly fine. That's going to save you a ton of money searching and going and buying boxes all the time. I hear people all the time buying boxes. I just find something close. Here, let me grab something here, for example. You know, something like this here. Let's say it's a little bit too big. I can unfold it, cut it, trim it down like here, and then refold it up and shrink the size of the box. And now it becomes no cost. I just usually try to find ones that match closest to it. So that's a great way to save money. Now here's a big one. This is probably the biggest tip on this that I can think of to give you that saves money besides cutting and trimming, making your own boxes. And this is going to even help you with that in this regard. And that's start networking for shipping. And what I mean by that is I tell my family knows, my extended family knows, hey, if you're buying anything, and let's be honest, most of our families are buying things online nowadays. You get anything from Amazon or whatever, can you keep the box and the shipping materials? And they will do that for me, and then I'll go and pick them up later on when I come and visit. And so I have a whole big section, a big room filled with boxes and stuff in my house. I mean, really, a lot of boxes. I have over 50 boxes ready to go at all times. And I just keep getting those. And what that is now, if I need a box, I just grab the closest size box to what it is, cut it and shape it to fit if necessary. In most cases, I don't even need to do that. But here's on top of another way it's going to save you money. Because when they buy these things, they come with packing materials to help ship them. Sometimes it's wadded up kind of paper, like a brown kind of paper. But a lot of times, they're sending it with the bubble wrap, the big bubbles, the little bubbles. Keep it all. Keep that. So then when you ship, you're not taking it and going out and buying those shipping supplies. You just reuse those ones. You're helping the environment, for one, by getting more recycling, more reuse, if you will, in this case, and it's saving you an astronomical amount of money. I have to say, this year I've sent a lot of packages, and I have yet to pay once for any shipping materials because I'm getting all the boxes from family and friends because I said, hey, send them my way, as well as the shipping materials. So that's going to save you an absolute ton of money that way. So definitely consider that. Okay. Also, another little thing too is if somebody buys something from you, before you ship it and send it, maybe send them a list of some other things that you have for sale. Say, hey, just so you know, I'm also selling these things. So if you want to buy something else, I can ship it at the same time and save you some shipping costs. That's going to save you as well as save the customer some money that way too, and allow you to move more of your quantity of what you're selling. So keep that in mind. You have to be a little careful. Sometimes zones and things too. Maybe there's certain areas you just won't ship to. That might be the case. But really, that's something to think about. Now, another thing too is, do you really need a box? Now, I do prefer shipping in boxes with almost everything, but sometimes I do find something, I get a product that if I package it really well with bubble wrap, I don't necessarily need to have a box. You can use a padded mailer, but in most cases with the product I like to ship and send, I do use a box, and I've had things really well in boxes. I care about that. I bought stuff and received it broken, and I never want that to happen to me, and I don't want that to happen to one of my customers either. So I always make sure that I package things really well. So you have to consider, what is the product? If it gets bent a little bit, will it break? If that's the case, use a box, absolutely, but just use those other tips. Otherwise, consider maybe mailing envelopes and things like that will work. Once again, when you're selling big items and things too, getting those boxes from other people's purchases and things are going to be wonderful. For example, Gaming Off the Grid mentioned they sell VHS systems, VCRs. I do as well. I have 2 of them in my stock right now that I'm putting up currently. Great thing to move, by the way. And, normally we go, how do I get a box that big for? Easy. I just go to my box closet there, which I call a closet, but I got a room with a bunch of boxes stacked in it, and find one that fits. So you have to consider, once again, saving those boxes for everything. You're going to find it. Heck, even sometimes at the grocery store you buy something. Here's another tip too. Go to stores, ask for boxes. People don't tend to do that. Walmart, Target, your local grocery store, whatever it is you use, ask them for boxes. When you go there, they give you free boxes all the time. And they might be bigger than what you need. But once again, if they are, cut them to size. Then you're good. Free boxes. Don't be sticking a ton of money into buying boxes. Now, other thing too to also consider is rethink your insurance cost and returns. When you're shipping items, and you have to pay insurance on them, yeah, I understand that this item you might make some good money, but how much did you pay for it? If you're flipping it for cheap, you have to consider, is it worth paying the insurance? How much is it going to cut in your profits? That's a case-by-case decision that you have to make, but consider that as well. Do you need to put insurance on it, or do you not? Ultimately, there's a lot of things, but one thing I tell people is you never stop learning and never stop researching. Always be out there looking for ways to save costs, way to package things. I know what you can do. So once again, I'm going to boil it down to conclusion. My main tips are: save your boxes when you buy things. Ask your family and friends to send you their boxes. Save the packaging material. Reuse that. Cut boxes to size. Reuse that. And then consider, what kind of packaging do you really need for each product? This will save you a ton of money in the long run. When I see other YouTubers and they're selling and they're saying their shipping costs are this much, I go, oh my goodness, let's cut that down by a little bit and help each other out. Heck, we can help out the client too, the customer, if you will, because we can reduce their shipping cost as well and help everybody. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you don't mind me talking about your videos. I don't think you will, because you're wonderful and your videos are awesome. And I just hope this helps you out a little bit. So once again, this is not a super high production value video. I just wanted to sit and talk about this. And if you have any ways that you use to help cut and reduce your shipping costs, please let us know in the comments down below. I would love to learn something new. Any way to save a few bucks on shipping would be wonderful. And the tips and tricks that you might have that you use as well. Heck, even just tell me a recent great flip that you had. I find that exciting for some reason. This is just exciting to me. I think it's because it's inspirational. When we turn around and ship one, we're like, oh, wow, yes, I made some good bucks on that. And it's almost like a high five in the community. Hey, good job, man. Now I'm going to be able to get that next game I've been saving up for. Like, for example, here, I got one more product to ship on eBay. Once that's shipped, I should have enough money to buy an external hard drive for my PlayStation 4 that I need right away, because by the end of this month, it's going to be about full. All right, guys, so share your success stories with me and everybody else as well, too. I'd be greatly appreciate it. And until next time, keep it frugal.